Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Jannu tribe. We are here on the middle island where there is some rustling in the far north grasses right now that has little Rael quite concerned. He is in charge of kind of helping to protect his mother and his aunt, his half-sister, and all of the babies that are about to be born amongst the dark forest with our dark pandas. Hopefully really strong babies who will be following the genetics that I have been tossing into the mutation menu. And all of this rustling has had him a little bit worried. Hopefully it's nothing more than bunnies, but a wonderful wanderer named Nunu has come by to help him keep an eye on things and try to protect his little tribe. Rael is very protective of his family even though he is still just a juvenile. He only is at 2 gyms at the moment, but I'm really hoping it's nothing too big. But if it is like a new creature or a predator, I think he's going to be able to handle it because we do have a lot of fangs in this end of the family. And speaking of this family, we do have a new baby about to be born from Toomey, and I can't even remember who Toomey mated with, so this is going to be quite the surprise. But let's go ahead and see what Toomey's baby is going to be, and if the rustling grasses approach any closer, and if Rael is going to have to prove himself by defending his mother and aunt and the tiny little budding branch of our tough defender family tree that we're trying to grow back here. So let's go ahead and kind of turn this way so I can keep an eye on both spots at once. We're going to see what the baby is, and we're going to see if that grass rustling moves any closer. It's a panda baby! Yay! That's a really good thing. That is a wonderful thing. Oh my gosh. A little Duke. Oh no, and he doesn't have any skills. Why is there no practical skills? Duke, I love you, but you're just a berry collector. And I say that like not condescendingly, just like, darn, I was really hoping we would have a little bit of strength, but he's a peaceful little creature. Oh no, in a family where we are trying to have a little bit more aggression be built up so we can prepare to move on to the 3rd island, we ended up with a child of peace. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let's go ahead and double check who his father was so I can figure out which name I want to give him. We have a lot of creatures right now, by the way, so we're gonna have to really start focusing better on food. And his father was Kooky, actually. So apparently, Kooky, how did you manage that? You have fangs. You have glorious, beautiful fangs, but it's those runner legs. Those runner legs are really getting us. So I think we need to start pulling away from the runner legs, unfortunately. And so I guess I'll name him, let's see, who is his mother? Toomey. I think I'm not gonna name him so we have Kooky and Toomey. So maybe, Dewey? I guess that, nope, there we go. So Dewey with 2 eyes, and we'll give him the job of being just a peaceful little berry collector. And I'm going to have to be even more careful about what goes into our mutation menu. I think Claw needs to actually take precedence for a little bit, because I need to have some stronger creatures born if we're going to be moving on to the next island. So that's definitely something I'll have to consider. But speaking of strong creatures, I think Rael is watching as yet another one of his half-siblings is born and very concerned about what all this rustling is about. So he's gonna jump in, and thank goodness, you guys, it looks like it was just a bunny. Oh, that's such a relief. I think that's gonna make him feel so much better. And then we can start getting, I mean, I guess it's helpful to have a berry collector born right now. And in fact, I'm gonna change his name to Dewey. There we go. But we'll go ahead and have some berry collectors assigned to all these bushes, because just like we have been ignoring the trees impractically and not collecting enough from the nuts of the trees to help build our tribe, getting close to 30 creatures is like 35 food a turn, so we're going to have to get a little bit more serious about that. We've also been neglecting the berry bushes, so we're really not actively collecting any food at all every turn because I've been so distracted with breeding, so we really need to fix that. And I actually think that down at Mother's Roost, that is what the conversation has been going on, especially between Tigaris and Nami. And thank you guys for pointing out that Nami is not actually the last child of Dado. I got that mixed up a little bit. But I think Tigaris and Nami, here with so many mouths to feed and so many babies, have been talking with Oraoka, and, well, maybe she's off swimming. She's a little bit free-spirited like that. So they've been talking amongst each other, and they're kind of starting to come down on Honoro a little bit. And I think that these two begilled beautiful ladies, I actually love their look. The gill look can look a little bit interesting when you have like the mouse pattern to it, because it really does make them look like little mice versus look like swimmers, like ocean-bearing creatures. But I really think that these two are starting to talk to Honoro and be like, look, Honoro, if you want to have this many children, that's great. And we love all the kids at Mother's Roost and all of the overflowing nests too. But we need to have more practical collection of food because they're a little bit worried that there's not going to be enough food for the rapidly expanding tribe. Also, I love Dooku's coloring. I love his violet eyes. I love his black ram horns, or black antlers, excuse me. And a few of you guys have been saying I should send him up north to see if he can bump into the tribe up there and help bring some cool genetics up there. So we'll see, but he could be a collector and a bunny hunter too. So I think the mothers are really starting to kind of come down on Honoro, and Honoro is just in his happy little world of like, I love this child, I love this child, I love this child, I love this child, I love this child. He just loves all his kids, and he loves having more kids, and he loves teaching them all of the legends of the seers. But the mothers are really going, wait a second, how are we going to feed everybody? So I think they're beginning to realize that they're going to start shooing some of their children who do have the berry collecting ability up to the berry patches that we have over here and trying to get them focused on that, while the other children who do have the seer ability, like Dakir here, can help out by looking for clamshells and trying to break into them and read the signs that they need to read from the clams and the oceans and the tides. So let's go ahead and see. We've got so many babies. Oh my gosh, so many babies. Kolosi here is old enough to start moving around. She can actually crack nuts or clamshells. Because she doesn't have antlers, I don't think that the family would want her cracking the clamshells since that's a seer thing. So we'll start sending her up towards the tree. And then she's going to run into Anasisi here, who also does not have the ram horns, but she does have the ability to crack open things and collect. So I think we will also send Anasisi up to the trees. And then we've got Nuta, who also could be cracking up the nuts because he doesn't have the antlers. Okay, so that would actually be really useful. And he's a really great collector, actually. So I think I'm going to start doing green, blue, green on their gemstone patterning. And this is the new order from the two mothers. I think that Nami and Tageris are actually very practical, possibly because they have a little bit of the seer abilities within them. Not enough to be like a strong, powerful, pure-blooded seer, but enough to go, we're supposed to think about the well-being of the tribe, which means we should probably make sure there's food. So I think they're going to announce that throughout the entire tribe, everybody who they can still contact, that is, there is going to be a new assignment for collectors. Collectors are going to have green, blue, green markings, and those will be ones who we need to make sure are really like on target to be collecting up different food resources every turn, or every day I should say. And then we'll mark the ones I really want to focus on breeding with a little bit differently, but we'll have to just track them down. All right, hang on just a second. So little Dooku, I really like his look. I think I want to name him, who was I wish I could remember all the way back to the berry-eyed gatherers that we had last tribe and remember their name, but I can't. But I want to give him a special name. Jakku. We'll go with Jakku because I just love his look. I love those black antlers and those violet eyes. And we don't have any birds nearby. A lot of you guys freak out when the babies are not near parents when there's no birds, but I've never really had issues with the babies and the birds when the bird isn't even on the map. When the bird is on the map, that's when you worry. Oh my gosh, and Rossiana, I totally forgot. So she's got some pretty strong seer sight. I should probably start... Maybe I'll do blue, green, blue on seer sight children. But yeah, she's got really great everything. Other than the fact that she's got double immunity. Oh, and then just to clear it up, because I've seen this again and again, you guys, if a creature has double immunity, then they have the possibility of becoming sick, but that does not mean their children will. If I end up having Rossiana breed with somebody who doesn't have F immunity at all, then their children will be healthy. So don't worry, you guys, don't worry. The double immunity, when it's already a done deal like this, she's already born with it, means that she's more inclined to get sick, but it does not mean her children are more inclined to get sick. That happens if she had children that had double immunity. So don't worry, she's actually doing pretty good. I might send her north because I really like how strong she is, how much she can collect, that she can crack things. she's one of our stronger seers, and we will try to have some strong seer children born that we can send to the next island too. It would be wrong to go without any of our seers after all. All right, now the nest is empty again. And speaking of our seers, I'm going to try to pull in, let's try no pattern, because a lot of people have requested no pattern. And let's try to put in, if we were going to make like a really good seer, I've been thinking it would be interesting to have the beak come on in. So we're just going to try that out like as a random mutation with these two. And they're going to have yet another baby. So now that those two are done, I'll leave that there for just a minute. And then we have little Takir. He's also great at collecting and cracking, and he does have antlers. So he's probably going to stick around over here and start looking for different clams to crack open. Meanwhile, all the other babies are just crowding around Anaro, and they are listening to the stories that Anaro has to share with them. All right, and then we have Oraoka here, who actually has really great collecting and a little bit of fishing. I think she's going to come up over here and grab this. Ooh, and there's a clamshell. We can go ahead and get that clamshell in a little bit. Anasi can also do some cracking, but she's better at collecting. I'm going to change her markers to being green, blue, green, because she's going to mostly be a collector. I'm not sure. She has panda pattern, and maybe I'll send her further up north as a result. Let's see. Bee immunity. Do I want to take that up to my pandas to see? Bee immunity is already in the male that I have up here, so we may not need more of it. So we may just have her focus on collecting for a little while. Maybe I'll send her north. Maybe I won't. All right, and then Chet is here, unfortunately. Poor little Renar's mother. Oh my gosh, she passed away. Do you guys remember who this was? It was Mirami. I'm really gonna miss Mirami. She had some very interesting children and such an interesting life, and I really think it's kind of sweet how she came back to the nest she was born in before she passed away. So Chet is actually going to be staying right here, and he's going to be watching over little Renar, and Renar can follow him around. Maybe they're best buds. Renar also has the D immunity, so I may send him over to my little panda tribe and try to get that D immunity. And he also has poison fangs and panda recessive. So all of those things and big body recessive means that even though he's not very impressive, his children may be pretty impressive for trying to prepare for the next big group, the next tribe that is going to move on. And you guys, I totally forgot that over here, Rira, oh, she's so sick. You guys, Rira is so sick. She only has a couple days left to live. So here's the thing. Rira is really, really sick, and she's probably going to die pretty soon unless she eats this plant. But who should eat the plant? She specifically came over here so that Isria, who has become ill as a young baby, who is the daughter of her dearly beloved best friend, Izana gave birth to Isria, and Rira has been taking care of Isria in Izana's place her whole life. But Isria was very sick, so now we have 3 more days that could be added to her life if she eats this fruit. But then Rira would pass away in just 2 more days. So what should we do? Should we let Isria end up eating the fruit, or would she insist that Rira eat it? I think, because Rira, she would have 5 days versus just like 2 days left that way. And Isria is very young. And I think that there's a very powerful moment here, because as Isria is realizing that Rira is actually very sick and getting very old, and that there's only one fruit, I think that Isria would reach for the fruit, but honestly, then she would like toss it to Rira and kind of like convince Rira to eat it at the last moment. So let's see if that's going to heal up with the leech issue that she has, because there's no way to heal her. And I don't know, I just don't think Isria could live with herself if like she could have had a few more days with the only mother she's ever known, but she ate the fruit instead, even though there isn't much time left for Rira. So we're gonna make Isria convince Rira to do it. There we go. Yay! Now she has 5 days left instead. And I think that Isria would be very, very happy because she would feel like even if that's less time for her once she becomes an older adult, it's more time with the only mother she's ever known. So that's really the way things should be. And we'll move him away, and maybe we'll be able to have Isria eat the fruit that regrows here, or she may even move over here and manage to eat the fruit that is back here. See, there's another one right there. So don't worry, Isria will have some time. They just don't know there's another fruit because they only had heard rumors of this one very recently. Also, lots of rustling. I'm really hoping that's just a little bun. We'll see. And then Cloud is very proud of himself because he has cleared a path. He has done a very good job and cleared a path. He may come and live on top of here and collect, well, he can't collect anything, but he may come over here and continue clearing the path for the tribe. How's the tribe doing over here? Chorus is over here working on being quite the strong young lady. We may actually have some of the rogues. Okay, that's just a bun. We may actually have some of the wandering males, I should say, because we haven't seen a rogue in ages. But like Chet, for instance, I don't think he'd be put off by Chorus's appearance. I think that he is just a young, healthy male, and he would see a female who is interested in spending some time with him, and we could add over to this nest. And then let's see, Canuduke. Does he have any genetics I really want to see go on? A, immunity has started to get kind of lacking in the tribe. Oh my gosh. They're not related. Like, they're not related enough. Okay, well, we may actually have them have a baby because we have B and A immunity and cracker jaw. It may be kind of fun to have a big cracker jawed creature with tons of strength, because then we wouldn't have to keep one of their paws nimble fingers. So you know what? I'm going to try something out. Let's put claw over here. And let's see if I really, what's something else I need them to get rid of? And normal eyesight. Yeah, they're probably going to have a not so healthy child. So with eyesight, so let's do normal eyes. And I'm actually going to try this out because I think this may be kind of interesting. We'll go ahead and have them mate. And then can I attack that crab at all? I cannot. All right. And we'll have her go ahead and get into the nest. And then Canuduke will keep watch of her. I think that they're like half siblings, but this is the Lost Peninsula. They're on the edge of the wilderness. Things happen, and their immunities actually don't overlap. So it's not a big deal in niche. Don't worry. All right. So let's see. Got everybody taken care of except over here. We have Baria. And I think, yeah, she's kind of scooching her way up north. She could potentially be an okay mate with Rael. We'll have to see. She definitely has a fighting spirit for sure. So we'll go ahead and let her start cutting the way through the grasses. We're starting to conquer the whole island pretty quickly. And then I want to make sure, okay, what's going on over here? Oh, there's a crabbit. He died of fear. Plenty of food. Really need to start assigning more creatures to just perching in front of food sources. Another crabbit dead of fear. Dun dun dun. On Lanako, she's chasing down. Oh, there's another crabbit. Dead crabbits everywhere. Dead of old age and fear. You never know. You never know. And then let's see, Nuta. Yeah, Nuta is really great at collecting, so he can just perch next to this bush and take care of things. And Colavan can actually do a little bit of swimming, and he can do collecting, nut cracking. He's kind of got everything. I think I was bringing him over here to try to mate him with Tagaris and Nami, just to see what kind of awesome ocean-faring babies they may have. So he's going to scooch over there. They're going to stay in the nest. Oh yeah, and then Ravan! I totally forgot that we had a little bit of drama going on romantically over here. I think Koki is going to be distracted chasing down these fish. And so he's going to miss out on his opportunity because Ravan, there's a koi fish. Ravan's going to come over and speak sweet, sweet, kind words to Rila here, who they grew up together, but they're not siblings. And so I just feel like Rila, she's kind of like our wild card that the males over here fall in love with. So they're going to go ahead and get ready to have a bebe. And then I'll move her towards the nest. And I think Ravan is going to like scooch up because now he's feeling kind of full of himself. He has stolen Rila's heart, but then he's also so full of himself that he's going to start wandering away and possibly work his way up north, because I definitely need to have some stronger babies born. Oh no, I forgot to adjust what's in my mutation menu before I did that, but it should be okay. All right, so what are we going to do over here? Still only have one little nest. Anna is still here, so we'll move her over so she can help to take care of some of the berries. And then we've got Cookie, who I've been keeping here to try to pass on. He does have immunity D, which would be useful. And Toomey, let's see. Darn, they have a very high opportunity of having just unhealthy children like poor little Dewey again. But then they've also got, let's see, poison fangs, and she's got a whole bunch of different choices. Toomey isn't the best breeder. Should I wait? Maybe I should wait until Ravan gets up here, but I think Ravan's skills are basically very similar to his brother. So, all right, we'll try to mutate something in. Let's try to mutate in the claw because the runner's leg is really kind of in the way. And then I will try to mutate in big body, perhaps. I know a lot of people are recommending a lean instead to add in more speed. So I'll have to think about it. We may just have to start with having like a strong creature, and then if I need a speedier creature, that'd be an easy fix to add in those skills. Maybe big ears too. It'd be nice to have some big ears. Oh, ram horns. I think ram horns are going to be the thing I'm going to focus on right now. So I think over here, Toomey is going to step to the side for a moment and kind of eye up Kooky. Kookie's going to eye up Toomey, and then he'll scooch out of the way. Beryl is going to be having the next baby as soon as she can. I'm going to have her collect up a little bit of food. And we're having so many babies all over the place that I definitely need to make it so that we've got some more food collectors. So I think it's a very smart thing that the mothers of the Mother's Peninsula are realizing, you know, we really need to work on collecting more food. There's a lot of children now, and let's go ahead and see what their next babies are going to be. Ooh, I see some panda pattern. Look at that. You look like a little Reese's piece. Look at you. Rovanu. I'm going to name him Reese because he reminds me of a Reese's piece. And then we have Canoe Duke, which is actually kind of a cool name for this little guy. And he very much looks like the orcas that I'm going for, where you've got the gills and you've got the orca patterning. Oh my gosh. Canoe. I'm just going to name him Canoe. I like him. What can he do? He can swim underwater, and that's about it. He can't do any fishing. Phooey! Alright, not having the best of children with Honoro. So Honoro, you can take care of the little ones and you can watch over them, but your genetics just, you've had a chance. I think he's had a bazillion children now. Where is he? Honoro. Oh my gosh. He's had so many boys! Has Honoro only had... Oh no, I thought that was where all the blue lines were like connecting to boys for a second. And I was like, are you kidding me? Has he really had that many boys? But he has had 8 children. I'm pretty sure you've had enough children now, Honoro. You need to distract yourself with tending to teaching them how to take care of food. So Canoe Duke is going to be a gatherer as well. I don't know. I mean, he's got bee immunity. We'll just keep an eye on what he's got to offer. Right now, it's really just kind of waiting till we have some stronger babies born. Once I start seeing the strength more up around the 5 range, then I'll start going, okay, we can start collecting everybody up for the next island. Ooh, and there's a clamshell. Very important. Very important that our little clamshell kids can come and get that. So, oh, there's 2 clamshells. Takir, you're going to be able to like see all sorts of things when it comes to seer strength. All right, and we'll have little Nute go back and forth with collecting those bits and pieces. Kolasi is going to continue moving up towards, there's a Bun Bun. Can we get it? Anasi, get it. There's 2 Bun Buns. Anasi, it's Bun Bun Central. And then Anasisi is actually going to move up towards, not collect the clamshells because she's not antlered, so that would be wrong of her to do in a way. She's going to move up towards the tree so we can start utilizing those resources. Ora Oka is going to collect up those. And, oh, there's a bunny. Oh my gosh, and there's a crabbit. Oh my gosh, look at all of the clamshells. Yeah, we need to have the seer touched children start searching around inside of the tide pool for all those clamshells. All right, and yeah, I think, come on, Honoro. We're going to have him maybe come over here. And no, Honoro, not over there. I was going to have him try to like just sit and kind of work with all of the kids. And I think Kovan's going to kind of slip up out of the water and be like, well, hello there. How are you fine ladies doing? And then let's see, who would I want to breed most with Kovan? And what skills would I want them to have? No pattern would be nice to try to start getting that through. And then maybe the beak again? which would be kind of interesting because I'm pretty sure that these children should be able to breathe underwater. Kovan has the water body. Yeah, and he's got that very, very strong. And then we've got lean and normal body there. Normal body here on Tigris. And then Kovan has bee immunity. So let's try breeding with Tigris first. And we'll see what happens. So, all right. Tigris is going to go ahead and step into this nest. Kovan is going to go ahead and try to woo her. And we'll see what kind of baby they have. And then Nami is going to step over and just be keeping an eye on all the children. She and Anaru have a lot of babies to watch over. So many babies. There's just babies everywhere. All right, so let's see. Everybody good? More or less. And Chet is going to take little Renar under his wings as pretty much just a rogue male, sort of collecting, well, I should say like wandering male, collecting what food they can, exploring as they can. The world is their like open oyster. They can start just walking all over the place. Cloud, you can actually try to get that bunny, Cloud. Oh, I missed. He could have gotten that bunny, but then I missed. Oh, and the bunny found a clamshell. Okay, we'll try to get over there. And Dugdrio is going to continue his job. I think he's very content with what the work he is doing. And then Chorus, she's very hungry. So I think she's going to actually help out with collecting up that crabbit. But gosh darn, I didn't mean for her to miss out on the ability to get into the nest. I forgot that she would have to use up those moves and not be able to get into the nest. So Chorus is going to have her baby at some point. That'll be interesting to see. And then down here, no, Rira's disease is still strong. It was all in vain. That loving gesture on Isria's part was all in vain because Rira still has that horrible leech disease. Oh, it's so sad. Oh my goodness. So I think Isria and Rira are just gonna like continue exploring up this way together. And nearby they have Berea. All right, who's going to do some exploring over here. And then we've got Nunu, who is just one of our stray explorers as well. And then, of course, Rael, who is in charge. I'm going to have to find him a female now that he's old enough. And hopefully one who can carry on the panda pattern, the poison fangs, and all the other bigger skills we're going for. So he's a little bit tougher. But we'll have him go ahead and collect up some berries for now. Anna can scooch back here. And she can help to collect up some berries. Dewey can scooch over a little bit, and Beryl can go ahead and jump into the nest. No, Beryl is gonna die soon. Why, Beryl? No. So Rael really will have to take over, and we really will have to have a couple females move up there and try really hard to breed them so that we can have some stronger creatures soon. All right, and then Kuki, we're going to have him come over. I think he has done his due diligence of trying to contribute to the genetics of the tribe. So he's going to be moving on his way out. Is that pretty much everybody? I missed. We're going to have Sansi continue to collect up the berries he does back here. Sansi's genetics aren't terrible, actually. He's got panda pattern, venomous fangs, immunity B. We may have him sort of slowly but surely scooch this way. Oh, there's so many crabbits. So we'll have Sansi move over there. Oh, and I almost forgot Rila was pregnant. We'll have her nibble on some of those berries and then jump into the nest to have her baby. And then Von Rowe can do underwater breathing. He can't do any fishing. And he's short-sighted. What? Okay, I think I'm going to add like a red dot to the end of somebody who I don't want to breed sometimes, just to help remind me. So yeah, don't think I want to breed him. And then over here, Lanako, there's the bunnies. Oh, it's so frustrating when they just keep running away from me. I don't feel like this is a good food resource area. I'm really going to have to start focusing on berries again. Though this tide pool is pretty promising. All right, so everybody, more or less, except for these two rogue males, because they're being gooseballs. All right, we'll start getting them up north soon, even though I'm not going to need to. Koki, you're going to pass away soon at this rate, my friend. We'll try to get him somewhere where he can do a little fishing. Yeah, really it's going to be, and I keep mentioning this and keep saying this, but it really is going to be where I'm just going to start breeding up this little core group, and the mothers of the Mother's Peninsula are going to try to have a few more children that seem to have some special abilities, but otherwise we are going to start spreading the kids out. They're going to start scattering around the place to be perched at different berries, to be perched at different other food sources like the tree, and we're going to focus on just trying to see more creatures that have, strength up in the 5 range. 5 to 6, I think, is where we'll start going, okay, you're strong enough to try to take on the next island. And also getting a purebred seer again would be really nice before we move on too. So Beryl is sitting heavy and pregnant on the nest. She understands that her time is going to be unfortunately cut a lot shorter, a lot sooner than we hoped for, but hopefully her son Rael and her other children will be able to carry on the dreams of having a stronger family line that can go searching for the mysterious forest that she has always dreamed of. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.